Welcome back to the Expensive Coins History channel, where we uncover the fascinating stories behind the world's coins, from common pocket change to priceless collector's pieces. Today's focus is a coin so small, so unassuming, yet surprisingly sought after in the world of numismatics. We're talking about the Malaysian one-sen coin dated 1999, a coin with no mint mark, a history that stretches back decades, and, as of 2025, a value that might just surprise you. So, is this little copper-colored coin truly worth a fortune? Is it rare? And why are collectors paying attention to it now? Let's explore the full story. Let's begin with the basics. The one-sen coin has long been the smallest denomination in Malaysia's currency system. The 1999 version belongs to the second series of Malaysian coins, which was introduced in the late 1980s. This series was designed to reflect Malaysian heritage and culture, with each denomination featuring a traditional symbol. The one-sen coin features a simple but symbolic design. On the obverse, we see the national flower of Malaysia, the hibiscus, along with the words Bank Negara Malaysia and the year of minting, 1999. The reverse displays the denomination one-sen along with a traditional motif, often interpreted as a stylized representation of the rebana ubi, a traditional Malay drum. The coin is small, light, and made of copper-plated steel, giving it a reddish-orange hue that has dulled over time for many circulated examples. It has a plain edge and a diameter of just under 18 millimeters. These coins were struck in high quantities, meant to serve in everyday transactions for items priced in low values, especially in an era when even a few cents still carried some purchasing power. Now, one of the most commonly asked questions about this coin is, why does it have no mint mark? The answer is simple. None of the coins in this series had a mint mark. Malaysia's coins during that period were minted at the official minting facility in Shah Alam, and there was no practice of including a mint mark on circulating coinage. So, when we talk about the 1999 one-sen coin having no mint mark, that is not an error or a rare variety. It is completely normal. Every single 1999 one-sen coin lacks a mint mark. Therefore, its presence or absence has no bearing on rarity or value. The late 1990s and early 2000s were a period of change for Malaysian currency. Inflation had slowly eaten away the purchasing power of the sen, and by the early 2000s, the one-sen coin had become more of a formality than a practical part of the economy. By the mid-2000s, it became increasingly clear that the one-sen coin was no longer viable for daily use. Shops began rounding prices to the nearest 5 centimeter. Although the coin was never officially demonetized and remains legal tender in small quantities, its actual use in commerce effectively ended. Because of this, large numbers of these coins were simply removed from circulation, hoarded, forgotten in drawers, lost, or eventually discarded. Over time, pristine examples became harder to find, and interest from collectors began to grow, particularly for coins in mint condition. Let's address the question of rarity head-on. Is the 1999 one-sen coin rare? In terms of total production, the answer is no. Millions were minted. It was a mass-produced coin made for everyday use. So in the absolute sense, it is not rare. However, what makes certain coins valuable is not just how many were made, but how many have survived in excellent condition. Most of these coins, due to their small size and low value, were heavily circulated, damaged, or corroded over time. Copper-plated steel is also prone to rust and discoloration, especially in humid climates like Malaysia. So while the coin isn't rare in the sense of total quantity, it can be considered uncommon in gem or uncirculated condition. Coins that have been kept in protective cases or found in old bank rolls are far more desirable to collectors than the average worn piece. Now let's talk about what really matters to collectors in 2025: value. What drives the price of a coin like this, and is it really worth a lot of money? There are several factors at play. First, condition. A circulated, worn 1999 one-cent coin is worth almost nothing above face value, and even that, technically, is less than 1 US cent. However, if your coin is uncirculated, with sharp details, original luster, and no damage, it could be worth more. Second, collector interest. In recent years, more collectors have started to focus on small denomination coins, especially those that are no longer produced. The one-cent coin has become something of a nostalgic item, a symbol of an era now past. This growing demand has contributed to rising prices for high-grade examples. Third, online marketplaces have made it easier for collectors to sell and buy rare coins, pushing prices up for coins once thought to be worthless. While some sellers may list the coin at inflated prices, actual selling prices are typically more modest. Fourth, errors and varieties. Occasionally, a coin may have a minting error, a double strike, misaligned die, or off-center punch. If your 1999 one-cent coin has a visible error, its value could be significantly higher, depending on the rarity and clarity of the mistake. So, what is this coin really worth in 2025? A standard 1999 one-cent coin in circulated condition, the kind you might find in a jar or tucked away in a drawer, is worth just a few cents at most. Some dealers or marketplaces may offer them for $1 or $2, but most transactions occur under that threshold. However, a 1999 one-cent coin in uncirculated condition, with no visible flaws, strong strike, and original shine, could fetch anywhere from $1 to $5 US, depending on the buyer and venue. Coins that are professionally graded by a third-party service like PCGS or NGC and receive a high mint state grade, such as MS65 or higher, could sell for even more, especially if the population of high-grade examples remains low, and if you happen to have a coin with a verified minting error, the value could increase dramatically. Some rare errors in one-cent coins have been known to attract collectors who specialize in such pieces, and bidding wars are not uncommon in those cases. Still, it is important to be realistic. Most 1999 one-cent coins will not make you rich, but under the right conditions, they can be worth far more than their original value, especially if preserved properly. If you happen to own a 1999 one-cent coin, here are a few tips to help you assess and possibly sell it. First, inspect its condition. Look for signs of wear, scratches, rust, or discoloration. If the coin appears bright, clean, and shows no signs of handling, you may have something valuable. Do not clean the coin. Cleaning damages the surface and can lower the coin's value drastically. Consider storing your coin in a protective sleeve or holder to prevent further damage. If the coin seems unusually struck, misaligned, or has doubling in the text or images, it could be an error coin, and that's worth further investigation. For serious collectors, grading your coin through a reputable service can add legitimacy and potentially increase its market value. So there you have it, the story of the 1999 Malaysian one-cent coin. A coin that, while small and once overlooked, now holds a special place in the hearts of collectors. It's a reminder that even the most humble coins can have a fascinating history, hidden value, and a future far beyond what anyone expected. The 1992 Malaysian 10-cent coin with no mint mark. Could this humble-looking coin be a hidden gem in your collection? What makes it special? Is it rare? Is it worth a lot of money in today's market? In this video, we explore the full story, the coin's origin, production details, rarity, the truth about the so-called no-mint mark designation, collector demand, and its real-world market value in the year 2025. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a casual collector, this is one episode you won't want to miss. The Malaysian 10 sen coin of 1992 is part of the second series of Malaysian coinage, which was first introduced in 1989. This series marked a modernization of the national currency, introducing updated designs while maintaining cultural symbolism. The 10 sen coin featured the national flower of Malaysia, the hibiscus, on one side, a proud emblem of national identity, while the reverse displayed the ceremonial table motif, known as the meja beradab, which reflects the country's deep-rooted traditions and values. This coin was struck in copper-nickel, with a standard weight of 2.82 grams and a diameter of approximately 19.4 millimeters. The edge is reeded, providing both tactile distinction and a touch of security against counterfeiting. The year 1992 was not particularly marked by any design changes, making it, on the surface, a routine issue in the national coinage. One of the most discussed features of the 1992 10 sen coin is the so-called no-mint mark. But what does that really mean? To understand this, we need to look at how mint marks typically function. A mint mark is a small symbol or letter on a coin used to identify the facility where the coin was struck. In many countries, these marks help collectors differentiate coins from different mints, especially if variations in quality, mintage numbers, or die types exist. In the case of Malaysia, coins from this period, including the 1992 10 sen, were minted at the Shah Alam Mint. However, Malaysian coins of that era did not feature a visible mint mark. Therefore, the term no mint mark simply refers to the standard version of the coin. It does not indicate a rare error or a special production. Every coin of this type from 1992 was produced without a mint mark, so despite the intrigue the phrase may suggest, it is in fact the norm, not an anomaly. That said, this coin still draws attention for other reasons, and that's where condition, survival rate, and collector interest come into play. While the 1992 10 sen coin was minted in large quantities and widely circulated, not all coins survive in equal condition. Over time, coins in circulation suffer from wear, scratches, discoloration, and damage. Many coins are lost, destroyed, or simply discarded without thought. What does this mean for the 1992 10 sen coin? It means that although millions may have been minted, the number of coins that remain today in pristine or uncirculated condition is far lower. Most surviving examples are heavily circulated, showing signs of daily use. Collectors, especially those who focus on modern Malaysian coinage, often seek out high-grade examples for their sets, and these are not always easy to find. Additionally, the coin has developed a nostalgic value for some collectors who associate it with a particular era in Malaysian history, an era of economic growth, modernization, and regional development. The demand for coins like the 1992 10 sen often comes from those seeking to complete year sets or from those who collect coins from the reign of specific monarchs. Now, the question everyone wants answered. How much is a 1992 10 sen coin worth today, in 2025? The answer depends on several key factors. A heavily circulated 1992 10 sen coin typically holds only a small premium over face value. In lower grades, these coins might be worth as little as 10 to 50 cents in US dollar equivalents, mainly due to their historical interest and collectability. These are often found in bulk lots or personal coin jars. Coins in moderately circulated condition, with less wear and more visible details, may reach up to $1 or $2, particularly when sold individually to hobbyists or in curated sets. Uncirculated or mint-state coins, those that were never used and show no signs of wear, hold significantly more value. A bright, lustrous coin with sharp strike and no damage can fetch between $5 and $15, depending on market demand and presentation. Coins graded by a professional service and given high marks for quality can attract even more attention from serious collectors. Market trends. In 2025, there has been growing international interest in Southeast Asian numismatics. As Malaysia becomes more economically prominent in the region, and as younger collectors seek out coins from the late 20th century, values for some of these coins have steadily increased. However, the market for coins like the 1992 10 sen is still considered modest. These coins are affordable, accessible, and not currently categorized as key rarities. That said, standout specimens, such as those with proof-like qualities or rare strike anomalies, can command prices upwards of $20 to $50 if verified by experts. It's important to separate fact from fiction when discussing coins like the 1992 10 Senator online. One may encounter sensational headlines or auction listings claiming exorbitant values, hundreds or even thousands of dollars, for common coins simply labeled as no mint mark. As we've established, the absence of a mint mark on the 1992 10 sen is standard and does not signify a unique variety. Sellers who inflate the rarity of these coins without providing certification, provenance, or any genuine justification should be approached with caution. When buying or selling coins, it is always best to examine the coin's condition carefully, compare with recent actual sales, not just listing prices. Seek professional grading for high-quality pieces. Avoid polished, cleaned, or altered coins. Consult with reputable dealers or experienced collectors. Falling for the hype can lead to overpaying or unrealistic expectations. Numismatics is a hobby grounded in research, verification, and patience. So, is the 1992 no mint mark Malaysian 10 sen coin worth keeping? Absolutely. Even if it is not a high-dollar item for most collectors, it is a beautiful representation of Malaysia's numismatic and cultural heritage. Its design reflects a key era of national growth. Its material and construction are solid, its symbolism meaningful, and for those building a year-by-year Malaysian coin collection, it is essential. Moreover, coins like these offer an excellent starting point for new collectors. They are easy to find, affordable, and serve as great teaching tools for learning about grading, minting history, and the coin market. If you happen to own a particularly well-preserved 1992 10 sen coin, especially one that appears flawless or potentially uncirculated, consider having it professionally graded. You may uncover a hidden gem that commands a respectable price in today's collector circles. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive into the 1992 Malaysian 10 sen coin. If you found this video informative or helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. The 2001 Malaysian 10 sen with no mint mark. Whether you're a curious collector or someone who stumbled upon this coin in your change jar, this video will give you everything you need to know. The year 2001 marked the beginning of a new century. In Malaysia, the economy was stabilizing after the Asian financial crisis, and the country was entering a phase of modernization and development. During this time, coins continued to play a major role in everyday transactions. The 10 sen coin was part of Malaysia's second coin series, which had been circulating since the 1980s. This series is known for its modern aesthetic, featuring national symbols such as the hibiscus flower and traditional Malay motifs. The 2001 10 sen coin was struck in a copper-nickel alloy, giving it a silver-like appearance. It measured approximately 19.4 millimeters in diameter, with a reeded edge. The obverse of the coin displayed the national flower and denomination, while the reverse typically featured cultural elements, reinforcing the country's identity. This coin had no mint mark, a detail that, on its own, might seem unimportant. But in numismatics, even the absence of a symbol can be meaningful. The obverse of the 2001 10-sen coin carries the inscription Bank Negara Malaysia, the nation's central bank, along with the year, 2001, at the bottom and the denomination, 10 sen, beneath the stylized hibiscus. The reverse design features the konkak board, a traditional Malay game, symbolizing cultural heritage and leisure. The intricate details reflect not only design craftsmanship but the values that Malaysia sought to uphold during the early 2000s, tradition, unity, and identity. This coin was mass-produced for circulation, making it readily available in the hands of millions of Malaysians. However, as time has passed, the number of these coins remaining in excellent condition has declined dramatically. One of the most notable features of this coin is its lack of a mint mark. While this may not stand out to the untrained eye, coin collectors often pay close attention to mint marks, which indicate the minting facility responsible for producing the coin. In some countries, no mint mark can suggest a coin was produced at a primary mint, or in limited batches. In Malaysia's case, many of the coins from this era do not carry mint marks at all, which was standard. But what collectors look for is whether this no mint mark version has subtle variations, like a change in design, die cracks, or misalignment, that might make a specific piece unique. So, while no mint mark might be the norm for this coin, it opens the door for deeper scrutiny. Any deviation from the standard design can raise the coin's value significantly. At first glance, the 2001 10-sen coin may not seem rare. It was produced in large quantities and circulated widely throughout Malaysia for many years. However, rarity in numismatics is not always about how many were made, it's about how many survived in exceptional condition, and how many people want them. Over the years, most of these coins have been worn down from circulation. They're scratched, faded, or damaged. As a result, high-grade examples, coins that are nearly flawless or uncirculated, have become significantly harder to find. There is a growing community of Malaysian coin collectors who now look back at coins from the early 2000s with nostalgia and renewed interest. They seek out high-grade specimens, especially those with distinct characteristics like sharp strikes, uncirculated luster, or potential minting errors. This growing demand, coupled with a shrinking supply of well-preserved coins, is what gives the 2001 10-sen its rising collector appeal. As of 2025, the market value of the 2001 no mint mark 10-sen coin depends heavily on one thing: condition. In average circulated condition, these coins may not fetch more than their face value or just slightly above. However, once a coin crosses into the categories of extremely fine or mint state, the story changes. Coins in pristine condition, those with no visible scratches, clear details, and original shine, can command anywhere from a few ringgit to several tens of ringgit, depending on their presentation and buyer interest. In international markets or specialized auctions, collectors might pay even more for certified, graded coins. A coin graded as MS65 or higher by a professional grading service can reach significantly higher prices, especially if it's a standout among similar coins. Some exceptional examples, those with errors, double strikes, or unusual features, have reportedly sold for considerably more, especially to dedicated collectors who want to complete a full Malaysian coin series. While the 2001 10-sen coin is not considered a high-value investment today, it represents a promising piece for long-term Collectors. As the number of coins in collectible condition decreases and demand grows, even common coins can appreciate in value. Coins that are undervalued today often become tomorrow's collector treasures, especially when preserved properly and kept in top condition. If you're considering investing in coins, start by identifying coins like this, accessible, overlooked, but slowly gaining recognition. Protect them, store them well, and in time, you may find that something once considered ordinary becomes a prized asset in your collection. If you have a 2001 10-cent coin, here are a few tips. Handle with care. Always hold the coin by the edges and avoid touching the faces to prevent oils from damaging the surface. Use protective storage. Coin holders or capsules prevent air, dust, and scratches from affecting the coin over time. Avoid cleaning. Never clean a coin with chemicals or abrasives. This reduces its collector value instantly. Check for errors. Look for die cracks, double stamping, or unusual features that could make your coin unique. Get it graded. For coins in excellent condition, consider professional grading to increase buyer confidence and resale value. The 2001 Malaysian 10-cent coin with no mint mark may not appear special at first glance, but beneath its surface lies a story of cultural heritage, economic history, and growing collector interest. In the world of numismatics, every coin has potential, and this one, tucked away in change jars and drawers across Malaysia, might just surprise you with its value in the years to come. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into Malaysian coinage, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more numismatic insights, and let us know in the comments, do you own a 2001 10-cent? What other coins should we explore next? Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes, the smallest coins tell the biggest stories.